slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams and some modestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go, make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable.
Thoughts in my head, a collage and they spread. I'll be great one day, going off of my meds. No, I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off in the wind. I gotta make it, I'm saving every day to taste it. I'm patient, but my mind, it can hardly take it. I'm chasing a dream that I've had for several ages. A vacant, modern kingdom for the taking.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
Even the special effects, while modernized, maintain the flavor of the 1960s aesthetic. The visual effects don't feel out of place. They've been updated to match the remastered episodes of TOS, ensuring that the show feels familiar yet polished for today's audience. It's this careful balance between retro charm and modern quality that gives Star Trek Continues its unique appeal. Audiences have responded incredibly positively to this authenticity. The show has been praised for its ability to transport viewers back to the original era of Star Trek, a time when sci-fi television was both groundbreaking and ambitious despite the limitations of the technology of the day. Many fans feel that Star Trek Continues doesn't just mimic TOS, it actually continues it in a way that no other fan series has quite managed to do. Acting and characters. A mixed but earnest effort. One of the challenges of any fan production is casting. Stepping into the shoes of such iconic characters is no easy feat. While the actors may not deliver performances on par with Hollywood stars, their enthusiasm and dedication are undeniable. The actor portraying Captain Kirk, for instance, captures William Shatner's famous mannerisms without crossing into imitation, which is a delicate line to walk. Similarly, the portrayals of Spock and McCoy, while not perfect, stay true to the essence of the characters. Of particular note is the introduction of a new character, Dr. Elise McKenna, the Enterprise's ship counselor, played by Michelle Specht, Dr. McKenna becomes a recurring character throughout the series and integrates surprisingly well into the established dynamic of the crew. While it might seem risky to introduce a brand new character to such a beloved and iconic cast, McKenna fits in naturally, providing emotional depth and a new perspective on certain situations. For some viewers, she added a bit of visual appeal to the series, but she also held her own as a fully developed character with an important role in the narrative. Surprises and satisfying endings. One of the greatest strengths of Star Trek Continues is its thoughtful and compelling conclusion. The two-part finale serves as both a wrap-up to the series and a bridge to the events of Star Trek, the motion picture. Spock's decision to leave Starfleet and return to his home planet of Vulcan is a particularly well-handled narrative choice. It echoes the internal conflict that Spock has wrestled with throughout his time on the Enterprise, and it serves as a fitting send-off for the character as he prepares for the next phase of his journey in the Star Trek film series. The final 2 episodes are packed with surprises and action. The tension is palpable, keeping viewers on the edge of their seats. It's rare for a fan series to achieve this level of suspense and excitement, but Star Trek Continues pulls it off remarkably well. The introduction of the new uniforms, as seen in Star Trek, the motion picture, further enhances the sense of transition between eras. These sleek, updated uniforms visually signify the evolution of Starfleet and the changes to come in the Star Trek films, providing a fitting end to the series. Tying it all together. Nostalgia and new perspectives. In addition to its faithful recreation of the original Star Trek aesthetic, Star Trek Continues offers a deeper exploration of certain unresolved storylines from TOS. Episodes like the White Iris one, for example, delve into Captain Kirk's psyche, forcing him to confront his emotional baggage in ways that were only hinted at in the original series. This emotional depth adds a new layer to the character, making Kirk feel more complex and human. Similarly, some episodes bring closure to plots that were left unresolved when TOS was canceled after its 3rd season. What truly sets Star Trek Continues apart, however, is its ability to honor the past while paving the way for the future of the franchise. It's not just a rehash of old stories, it's an expansion of them. The series does more than just fill in the gaps between TOS and the motion picture. It also offers fans a sense of closure. By the end of the series, it feels as though the journey of the original Enterprise crew has come full circle. Recommendation: a must-watch for Star Trek fans. At its heart, Star Trek Continues is a heartfelt tribute to TOS and the era of 1960s science fiction television. The creators clearly poured their passion into every aspect of the production, from the stunningly accurate sets to the stories that honor the spirit of the original series. It's a labor of love that doesn't just pay homage to Star Trek, it actively contributes to its legacy. Whether you're a longtime fan of the original series or someone curious about its continuation, Star Trek Continues is well worth the journey. Thanks so much for checking out my review on Star Trek Continues. Please take this time to watch the series if you have not done so. As well, leave below in the comments on what you thought of this series. Did you enjoy? What were the best parts of the series? Look forward to reading all your kind comments. Thanks.